Greetings and welcome to the 2021 State of the City Report featuring Mayor Louis A. Trujillo.
Hello, my name is Bill Taylor, and I'm proud to have served as the city manager for the past year. This has been a difficult year for all of us as we together battled the COVID pandemic. In spite of all those difficulties, the city has made real progress on a number of fronts. As we go forward this evening, you'll hear a lot about those from our various community leaders and city government employees. I'll let them speak for themselves and their accomplishments. I just want to focus on how we've come together as a community and as the city government. Really, the thing that gives me most satisfaction is how the city has been able to come together, all of its managers, all of its employees, to work together as a team focused on improving the lives and the well-being of our residents. We'll start off this evening hearing from Kate Peck, the city's first ever Poet Laureate.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Peck. I am very, very honored to be the premier Poet Laureate presenting poetry to celebrate the people of Las Vegas. I present to you now a poem entitled A River in Between. There's a river in between, and it's always been between mountains and prairie, east and west, pueblo and plains. Then a new people came, la gente. They came with dreams bigger than the herds of sheep and goats they brought. The river welcomed them, gave them water and a place to grow crops, to build their plaza. The river and the town were between cultures of Nuevo España and pueblos and the traders from far across the prairie. A river in between ideas of what could be, how people should live, where old ways and new ideas met head on, equal parts clash and conflict and cooperation and combination. La gente del pasado grande, the people with big dreams and a grand future, a river ran between. When the great guns came, rules and laws changed, but la gente remained a grand people. The roller coaster of progress brought the iron river of commerce, slowed unexpectedly by the solidity of tradition. A river ran between a long love affair with the land, the people, between the concept of progress and prosperity. A river ran between. But there was a bridge, un puente, not a melting pot, but a bridge. I love enchiladas. La Familia de Romero mastered commerce. A river runs between and sees it all. A town divided against itself, it can do pretty well. Difference not to be ignored, but to be honored, to be understood, to be valued. Mountains can't be prairie, nor prairie mountains, but it is beautiful in the place where they meet, where a river runs between.
So thank you, Kate, for those inspiring words. We're going to move on now to hear from Leo Maestas, the emergency manager for the county and city. Leo has led the charge in helping us fight the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, and we're just so happy with the work he's been doing and how he's brought us all together. So let's hear from Leo.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. My name is Leo Maestas. I'm the emergency manager for City of Las Vegas in San Miguel County. I hope this message finds you and your family in good health. I would like to recap the past 12 months and how it has greatly affected our way of life. COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the way we greet our families and loved ones to our daily work routines. Unfortunately, we have lost 17 of our friends and neighbors from San Miguel County since the start of this pandemic. We are very fortunate to live in a community with a great team of medical providers, first responders, and senior and elected officials who have been dedicated since day one to combating this virus with testing, patient care, and now with vaccinations. We'd also like to acknowledge our community's essential workers that have been keeping our critical infrastructures and our communities going. They have and continue to put themselves as well as their families at risk every day. We thank you, City of Las Vegas and San Miguel County residents, for wearing your masks and social distancing. Because of you, we have one of the lowest case counts and one of the highest vaccination rates in the state of New Mexico. If you're 16 years of age and above, please continue to register at the vaccine site cvvaccine.nmhealth.org. From my family to yours, stay safe, and together we can beat this virus and get back to our way of life. Juntos, si podemos.
So thank you very much, Leo. We appreciate all that you've done to help keep the city as safe as possible. Next, we'll hear from the Buen Vecino award winners, and these are examples of how people in the community have come together to help us improve the lives of everybody in the city.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Police Chief Adrian Crispin and Kenneth Stromberg for helping us with throughout the pandemic, keeping our citizens safe and always responding as fast as we can to anything that happens in Las Vegas. And I'd like to recognize the first responders and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Would you like to say a couple of words, Chief?
Sure, I'd just like to extend our gratitude to the citizens of Las Vegas and also to my police officers out there, protecting our community and protecting it against crime.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Mr. Andrew Duran, the Fire Chief for San Miguel County, for all his hard work and dedication during this pandemic. Mr. Duran has been very helpful with setting up vaccination clinics, routing traffic, along with the San Miguel County Fire Department. Mr. Duran, thank you so much for all your hard work. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mayor Trujillo, for this recognition. I really appreciate that. You know, and of course, I couldn't have done this without the team that I oversee, which is a very strong team of volunteer firefighters in San Miguel County. And I really appreciate the support from the city and the hospital, Department of Public Health. With all the support that we've received, we hope to get to some normalcy sometime soon. I'd like to, still encourage those watching to continue to register, and let's get everyone vaccinated.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Mr. Leo Maestas, Emergency Manager for the City of Las Vegas and San Miguel County, for the outstanding job he has done with dealing with this pandemic. Thank you so much, Mr. Maestas. Your job should be recognized, and I appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Trujillo and the City of Las Vegas and San Miguel County for giving us the tools that we needed to combat this virus when it all began. Our community came together with testing to get past that point, and now we've moved into the vaccination, and we've all done well with all our medical providers here in the city and throughout the county. So we thank you for giving us those tools that we needed at the time we needed them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Maestas.
Thank you.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to thank Matt Probst from El Centro Family Health and 100% Community for all the jobs that they've done throughout this pandemic.
On behalf of El Centro Family Health and 100% Community San Miguel County, I'd like to thank Mayor Trujillo and the City of Las Vegas, Dr. Taylor, all the action team leaders from the city that are helping us to provide access to 10 vital services. We've done a great job together, and that's what it takes, all together, 100% community.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Dominique Martinez from New Mexico Department of Health, Public Health Division, for organizing vaccine clinics and testing throughout our county. She's done a wonderful job and hasn't slept since the pandemic started. So Dominique, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the work you're doing.
Thank you, Louis.
Would you like to say a few words?
I just want to thank the city and the county as well for doing their part to get tested and vaccinated to make our community safer.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I would like to thank Alice Elliott, the Director of Nurses at Alta Vista Regional Hospital, Melinda Bailey, the Infection Control Coordinator, and Luella Reed, the Chief Quality Officer at Alta Vista Hospital. I'd like to thank them for all their hard work with the vaccinations and the fight against COVID in the community. They've done an astonishing job, and I'm really appreciative of all their work. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mayor Trujillo. It's an honor to receive these awards, and I'd like to thank you and the community of Las Vegas and surrounding areas as well. This has been a real team effort at the hospital, and we couldn't have done it without the support of the community and all of the help that we've received from all of our hospital staff.
Thank you all for having us, and thank you, Mayor, for these wonderful awards. And thank you, Leo and Andrew, for your assistance in this fight against COVID and assisting the hospital in making these clinics successful. It's been amazing. Thank you, Las Vegas, for registering and getting vaccinated to help us all be a safer community.
Thank you very much, Mayor Trujillo, City of Las Vegas, for our Buen Vecino Award. We are very proud of the work we have done at the hospital. We are very proud of the partnership we have made with San Miguel Emergency Management, with other providers in the community. At a time where we all needed to come together, we came together.
Thank you. On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to salute our team at New Mexico Behavioral Health Institute for their role in the fight against COVID. All these hardworking people did everything they could to keep our residents safe, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Larissa Archuleta, Superintendent of Las Vegas City Schools, would like to thank all the hardworking people in the food service department at Las Vegas City Schools. Through the pandemic, they have passed out thousands and thousands of meals every day, getting up early to make sure that our kiddos are fed, and she felt that it was so important that she wanted to recognize each one of them personally. And as the Mayor of Las Vegas, I'd like to thank them, presenting them with a Buen Vecino Award for 2021, and acknowledging you for your hard work and your contribution to our community. Thank you so much.
As East Las Vegas School Board President, I would like to thank you guys for the job well done. Since I've been a school board member, I've gone into your cafeterias and I've eaten daily. Not daily, but I've gone in there and I've eaten, and I really enjoy the food. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Paul Sandoval. I'm the West Las Vegas Food Service Director for West Las Vegas Public Schools, and I'd like to start off by thanking Mayor Trujillo for this distinguished award that he just gave us for recognizing our food service department and our service through the pandemic. We developed a seamless summer option program where we're able to feed the community from 1 year old till 18 years old. And with that had given us opportunity to service not only West Las Vegas kids, but anybody that was in need. And I want to send out kudos to Transportation Department, because without them we wouldn't have been able to do it. And we want to continue working with the City of Las Vegas and showing that we care.
On behalf of Luna Community College, we'd like to acknowledge the students that have helped the Samaritan House and the homeless in our community by providing food boxes, food distribution boxes, backpacks, and helping the homeless in our community. On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to thank you for contributing to the welfare of our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just want to say thank you very much for recognizing us and having us over.
My name is Wanda Salazar. I'm the Community Services Manager for the City of Las Vegas. I am also the manager for the Senior Center programs. We oversee Las Vegas, Pecos, and San Miguel Senior Centers. Today I have my Las Vegas staff here. Pecos and San Miguel could not be here today. So Buen Vecino Award 2021, I guess the Senior Center program has been recognized the Senior Center program has been closed since March 13th of 2020 due to the pandemic. We've been closed to in-dining. We started up grab-and-go meals and then our home delivery. And so since that time, we actually doubled our meals at times and our rural routes tripled at times. We also handed out 2,150 food boxes, or about 2,150 food boxes. These boxes contain sanitizer, toiletries, flour, non-perishable food, gloves. In addition to that, we also gave out 2,000 masks. We've been doing well check calls. A lot of the staff have been doing well check calls. We've also been calling seniors to register them for vaccinations, and we also provided 3 vaccine clinics. We put 1,822 vaccines in people's arms. We were able to collaborate with Vagabonds. They provided a lot of food items to us and food boxes that we were able to hand out. San Miguel County donated $11,700 early in the pandemic. Alta Vista Regional Hospital donated $1,100 to donation with meals. And Maxine and Bobby Bordeaux, they decided they wanted to donate their stimulus check to us, so they gave us $1,200 as a donation to help run our program. And then we also worked with 100% Community Initiative on making sure that our community's needs were met. Dr. Skelton with the food program is also given or applied for a grant to get us some gardening in our in the patio area. Anyway, thank you so much. We appreciate the recognition. Staff, do you all want to say anything? Thank you, Mayor Trujillo.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to acknowledge Cameron Browning and his group of friends for organizing the Black Lives Matter March that happened in September last year. It was a pleasure marching along with them, and it was a pleasure meeting all the beautiful people there. Mr. Browning, do you have a few words to say?
First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for your support. I couldn't tell you how much it meant to me having you out there marching with us and the words that you shared with us as well. I'd also like to say, even though I was kind of the leader on this, I couldn't have done it without my teammates, without my friends, without my coaches, all backing me up and supporting me. So I'm extremely grateful for them. And again, thank you for your support.
Thank you. On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Sarah Matthews and Aaron Gallegos and all their gang, the group called Vagabonds, that helped distribute food and money during this pandemic throughout the community. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your service to the community.
Thank you so much, Mayor Trujillo. We appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, I think it was an honor to serve our community, and this was kind of a testament of how our whole town came together in a grassroots effort to help one another, and it truly speaks volumes about what this community is about. So thank you to everyone who helped make it possible.
Special thanks to April Hoover Hughes, Alicia Gallegos, and Jacqueline Casados, who are instrumental in helping us put food together and deliver food as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I lost my title of the person who picked up most trash in a lifetime. I lost it to Aaron Gallegos. He's picked up more litter in this town than I think anybody has, and I'd like to recognize him as a Buen Vecino for 2021. Thank you, Mr. Gallegos, for all your help.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
it.
And I want to thank my best friend, and this is such an honor receiving an award from my best friend as well as the mayor. Thank you, and I will continue the good work.
On behalf of the City of Las Vegas, I'd like to recognize Jessica Sena, the president of the Las Vegas Board of Realtors, for their contribution during this pandemic. Last Christmas, they delivered thousands of dollars of gift cards to all our hard-working city employees, hospital employees, and they made a huge contribution during this pandemic, and I would like to recognize them for their hard work. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We appreciate you and everything that you're doing for us.
Thank you. Would you like to say anything?
Las Vegas Board of Realtors, we try to give back to our community as much as we can. We have a fun program where with every closing we can contribute as much as we would like to, and then the title companies, I'd like to recognize them, match those contributions. So it's with those contributions that we have our community fund. So we do donate money to any agency that comes with a request for us. We will take it to our board and then review it and then donate to them. This year we were given $2,000 by the state board and we matched that money, and that's where we got those funds to give out to in gift cards to just a kind thank you to everybody. Our real estate is going fantastic, so here's to Las Vegas.
Hello, my name is Christopher Gutierrez. I'm the superintendent with West Las Vegas Schools. And today I'd like to tell you a little bit about West Las Vegas and the community of Las Vegas. Here at West Las Vegas, we have accomplished great heights within COVID. Right now, I believe we've flawlessly transitioned from in-person learning to remote learning, and our food service is out there in suburbans and school cars delivering food to kids that are at home. We have Chromebooks with every single student across the district, and we had Chromebooks right when we came into this pandemic. We have over 300 hotspots that, if are needed, are still out there for students to use. We have started sports up again. We are looking at VOTEC. We started a welding classes this year. We're looking at automotive classes for next year. Last year we started culinary arts and media arts programs. We are working at having some type of in-person graduation where parents are allowed to come. We just started allowing parents into indoor games. Other things that West Las Vegas is participating with the Gainas watershed and with the city is the whole river walk that runs across the West Las Vegas property. We're working on the river walk, we're working on an amphitheater, an orchard, and the participation that West Las Vegas students have had with it, from the bat houses to the signs being put out there, and even getting ready to help teach some classes to the community. Another big thing that's happening with our community in West Las Vegas is the health centers. We are incorporating our old junior high area to be able to have different aspects of health centers being brought into the community. Right now, currently, I'm housing Big Brothers Big Sisters within West Las Vegas. We actually just received funding for equine therapy. We will be able to use our land to where we do grow hay on one of our properties, and we'll house the horses, build barns for them with this money, and get this thing going by summertime. Other things in the summer with these different health centers that are going on, we're going to have art therapy, we're going to have all these different things for kids. With Vecinos Juntos and the city as a community, we've worked together on a few accomplishments of painting the bridge. We're working with the city on getting some fields going up at Rodriguez Park. We're even in the talks of bringing back our golf course and starting to bridge those gaps between county, city, school districts, colleges, those different aspects.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam Minner. I'm the president of New Mexico Highlands University, right here in Las Vegas, New Mexico, the original Las Vegas. You know, it's an amazing thing what you can do with a single hand. You can get work done, you can make the world a better place, but boy, when you've got two involved, you can really, really change things quickly, change the world for the better. And that's how I think about the relationship between New Mexico Highlands University and the city of Las Vegas. We have worked together on so many projects. Just recently, for example, the city is poet laureate. We were part of that. I was very glad to be a part of that. We recently installed 3 small lending libraries. They're not really lending, they're free books around campus. They're available for the community. This fall, we're planning another Matanza that's going to be a campus community event. We can't wait to get back doing some of the things we used to do, like free movies, just free, no cost whatsoever to members of the community. We've also have so many shows in our various galleries here. Almost all of those are absolutely free to members of the community. As we come out of this last challenge that we've had, the COVID challenge, you know, we're right there with the city's right there with us. So let's make Las Vegas better than it is. Let's make Las Vegas great, and I stand ready and committed to do just that.
Working with Mayor Trujillo has been a wonderful opportunity. Not only has he been incredibly supportive to UWC USA, including as we plan to bring our students back to campus for an in-person learning experience now during the pandemic, but also because of his vision. Working with Mayor Trujillo on Vecinos Juntos has really shown me who he is. On the one hand, he believes in Las Vegas and all of the traditions, including the tradition of vecinos helping vecinos whenever there's something that needs to be done. And he's shown real vision for how to improve Las Vegas, including bringing together all of the educational anchor institutions in this effort to bring volunteers to improve Las Vegas. Mayor Trujillo's vision, his optimism, his willingness to pull together in order to make Las Vegas a better place, all have made him a wonderful partner since he's entered the mayor's office. We at UWC USA couldn't be more grateful.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kenneth Patterson, Interim President of Luna Community College. On behalf of the entire college, I'm pleased to say that 2020 was highlighted by many accomplishments. In November 2020, Luna was given a clean bill of health by the Higher Learning Commission. Our students, faculty, staff, administration, Board of Trustees, and community all worked together, and after 3 years, we were removed from probation. Luna stands proud to continue delivering quality education at one of the greatest values in the nation. A full-time in-district student at Luna pays only $516 per semester, while a New Mexico out-of-district resident pays only $696 per semester. Senior citizens pay only $5 per credit hour up to 10 hours. Beginning this summer, Luna is poised to open a law enforcement training center. The college will house 2 state-of-the-art training and driving simulators. Various police and first responder agencies, along with individuals, are already scheduled to come to Luna and will leave a better trained workforce. This is just one example of many great programs we have at Luna. Whether you want to earn core credits that will transfer to a 4-year university, or you want to earn a 2-year degree or certificate in either an academic or career technical field to prepare you for today's workforce, Luna can be the place for you. Here at Luna, we welcome each and every individual that walks onto our campus. 2020 was a challenging year for all of us. Here at Luna, we met the challenges head-on and look forward to having a greater impact on students' lives in 2021 and for many years into the future. Please join us at Luna Community College, where we create opportunities for you. Thank you, Vecinos Juntos, for this opportunity.
Bienvenidos a todos de Las Vegas, Nuevo Mexico. Hello, good afternoon. I am Superintendent Archuleta of the Las Vegas City Schools, and I would like to welcome you to our district. We have been working in conjunction with our community and Vecinos Juntos to promote the city of Las Vegas. Here are a few activities that we have partaken in. First, we have our students who were able to work on connecting the community with the bridge. West Las Vegas students were on one end, the students from New Mexico Highlands University, as well as Luna Community College and ourselves. The next project that we worked in conjunction with is dealing with the COVID vaccine. We were able to have our school nurses assist the senior citizens of the city of Las Vegas, since many in the rural community are not familiar with technology. So we were able to assist them in that capacity, so they were able to get tested and also be eligible for the vaccine. During our Christmas session, we did Cardinals Christmas throughout the entire community. We went through and we had different sponsors who donated to the elderly of our community, which we were able to go through and do Cardinal Christmas. We decorated each different home throughout the Christmas season, and they were delighted. Another way in which we are working in conjunction with the community is we have 2 closed elementary schools. The playground equipment was then donated to the city so that they may utilize in 2 different parks throughout the community. One of our greatest accomplishments we've had this year is working with Vecinos Juntos. Our food services staff for the Las Vegas City School was honored by the mayor for serving over 100,000 meals from last March until December. One of our future activities that we are going to partake in is creating a Welcome to Las Vegas, New Mexico sign established in 1835. A second future plan that we do have is on April 22nd. Our baseball and softball team will be working in conjunction with the businesses and working on sweeping all of the sidewalks and cleaning the area. We have also adopted Mills Avenue, in which we will maintain throughout the year. I thank you very much. You are welcome to come to Las Vegas City Schools at any time. Thank you and have a good evening.
So thank you and congratulations to all of our honorees. Next we'll be hearing from our city directors, and those include the Chief of Police, the Fire Chief, the Community Development Director, our Parks and Recreation Director, all the people that make the city actually work. I'm so proud to have worked with them, and I think you will enjoy hearing from them and hearing about their accomplishments.
Hello, citizens of Las Vegas. My name is Adrian Crispin. I am your Chief of Police of the City of Las Vegas. I took over back in August 1st, 2020 during the pandemic, and it was a hard transition, I think, for everybody. During this time, our officers have been out there fighting that pandemic and protecting the community as we move forward. Now we're in the green, and I congratulate all the citizens of Las Vegas for being in the green. I also, we've come into the 21st century of policing, and we've had to make big strides in this department, where we're in a big major project right now with mobile data terminals. We're going to be putting in car computers in all our police officers' cars to make their job more efficient, be able to be more proactive out there. We know that the disparity of the pay is low here in our community for our police officers. So with collection of the council and ourselves, we were able to move our starting pay for police officers, entry-level police officers, to $18 an hour. We also were able to move the entry-level pay for our communications supervisors to $13 an hour. So we're making strides with that. Also, we created 2 positions for our community service aides, public service aides. These personnel will be out and about assisting the public on non-criminal offenses. We gained 6 full-time positions. We already had positions, but council and mayor and city manager gave us an additional 6 positions here for full-time police officers. So we are recruiting at this time, and we want to make our department more inviting to the community. So we're trying to spruce it up in our areas, in our visiting areas for our community to come and visit. Make it more inviting to the community. We're looking at innovative ideas from the community, not only community but also our officers here. They're the backbone of this department, so we're trying to make this a department for them, give them the ownership of this department, and have them be able to implement things for the department. One of our great accomplishments this year in the legislature was we were able to acquire $185,000 from the legislature this year, and that hasn't happened probably in about 10 years, I would say. But that's a great accomplishment for us, and that helps us with purchasing of new vehicles for our officers again. We've also taken over animal control. Animal control was in limbo there for a while, and we finally solidified that they would be part of our police department. So they've been welcomed here. So we want to work hand in hand with the public and make sure that our officers are providing that community relations with our public. We are also reaching out to different entities around the state, also federal and state level entities, to make a great working relationship and collaborate with anything that goes on within our city or the county or the state here in this area. So as we move forward in 2021, I hope that everybody has a great 2021 and we can move to the turquoise level of reopening our community and our county. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Billy Montoya and I'm your City of Las Vegas Fire Chief. I'd like to invite you on a small tour of some of our 2020 accomplishments and show you exactly what your fire department consists of. Follow me.
I would like to start off by showing you the two newest additions to our emergency response system. Both of these units are Ferrara custom cab fire apparatus and hold 1,000 gallons of water for initial fire attack. Both of these units are equipped with the most up-to-date firefighting tools to meet and exceed any type of emergency that we may encounter. In addition to these two fire trucks, we were also fortunate enough to acquire two brand new Dodge Ram pickup trucks. One of these units will be utilized as a command unit, while the other will be utilized as a utility support vehicle. With that being said, I would like to shift gears for a minute and show you some of the equipment that was purchased throughout the year. First, we have the Hamacho vehicle electrification equipment, followed by brand new Motorola communication equipment, both mobile and portable. And last but most certainly not least is the Morning Pride turnout gear, which protects our staff while they protect you. All funding for these purchases was acquired through grant funding and legislative appropriation. The next portion of the tour will be informing you all on the new fire hydrant maintenance program and what it entails.
In 2020, the Las Vegas Fire Department initiated annual hydrant testing, which had not been performed in over 10 years. This testing, when performed on an annual basis, assists in maintaining a constant state of readiness in the event of a fire, as well as allowing us to color code the hydrants which identify the available flow of water. In turn, this testing can assist in improving our ISO public protection rating, which leads to lower insurance premiums for businesses and homeowners.
In closing, I would like to reassure the community that your safety and well-being is our primary focus. Your emergency response system will continue to grow and improve by upgrading all necessary equipment and following a detailed training program. I would like to thank you all for your dedication and unwavering support throughout the 2020 year. It has definitely been a challenging year, and with that being said, I would like to acknowledge and thank all of my staff for a job well done. Stay safe out there.
Hello, citizens of Las Vegas. I'm Steven Argon with the City of Las Vegas Parks and Rec Director. Wanted to kind of give everybody an update of some of the improvements and changes that have come to Parks and Rec Department. We've gone from Parks being their own division, Recreation being their own division, to now one department, Parks and Recreation. And that being said, I know that everybody's been dealing with a lot of things going on with COVID and the pandemic, schedules changing, lives changing, and everything that we focused on this year here in Parks and Rec is about investing in quality of life for you citizens. And one of those things is during COVID, we took advantage of the opportunity when we were closed, and even now that we have been limited hours of operation, is to make improvements here at the rec center. It's a total new design, floor plan of what we have going on here. The entire phase 1 has been dedicated to fitness and wellness. We've had some construction projects going on to expand. As you can see here in the background, we have a lot more machines on the floor. We've done renovations. We have painting. We've installed mirrors, various things that improve your time here. And I think that you will agree with me and visiting with our staff. And I encourage every single one of you that haven't seen all the changes here at the rec center to please call, schedule a tour, and we'd be more than happy with our friendly staff to show you the place and show you the changes. And I think that you're going to be excited about that. So I invite everyone to the Abe Montoya Recreation Center and to enjoy what we have going on here. So as we transition from where we were seeing the changes and the improvements that we've done at the Recreation Center to now coming out to one of the parks and show the work that we've done over the past year on improving the lawns. And one thing I want to say with the mayor and council and this administration is they've invested in your quality of life, where they've included an extra $30,000 in this fiscal year to improve the irrigation systems that have been so neglected at our city parks, and especially in this hard times of the expected drought and the drought getting worse that we're in. Exciting news to give is that we have received $3.5 million for phase 1 of the Rodriguez Sports Complex, something that we have collectively been working hard for the city of Las Vegas since October. I tip my hat to the mayor, the council, state representatives, the governor, everybody that made this happen in order to bring something that Las Vegas has needed for years and years. And not only can we say, oh, it's a plan, but this is the first time that we can say, no, it's not just a plan, we have the money and it's going to happen. And we're looking forward to breaking ground in August of this year, and it's going to bring an estimated 86,000 additional visitors to Las Vegas, which will increase visitor spending to $2.8 million a year. Just visitor spending is something that will improve the economy here in Las Vegas. It's another investment in the quality of life, economic impact that only will allow us to not only invest back into that infrastructure at Rodriguez Sports Complex, but also in the roads, in other projects that our city needs. This will generate that revenue to do that. So folks, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it, and see you soon.
Hi, I'm Bill Hendrickson. I'm the Community Development Director for the City of Las Vegas, and I want to talk a little bit about what community development has done over the past year. Community development means to me not so much the words themselves, but what effect we have on the community. The city can have a positive effect or a negative effect, and having a positive effect, we get community involvement in all the projects that we're doing and get positive feedback from the community itself. A year ago, the new administration came in with the mayor's promise of cleaning up the city and making the city responsive. And our department, Community Development, is in contact with the community on a daily basis. So this is very important to what we are doing here. In doing so, we had to hire some key people, and within the year we implemented code enforcement. There weren't any code enforcement people involved at the time we started. We've added building inspections, which is helping with our permitting and so forth within the community. And so in addition to those things, we have many of our commissions and boards, which involves the community itself to provide input into the city. And in addition to that, we included an application called My Civic 311. And this is an effort for the community to do input into the city on issues, complaints, potholes, loose dogs, everything you can think of that could happen within the city. And this can be done over your telephone. The improvements are not only visible internally, but it's the community's positive feedback that provides the best measure of what we are doing. Having citizens remark what they see as an improvement in the city and are encouraged by what the city is doing furthers what we know that to be happening. Over the next year, we have a lot of positive changes with newly paved roads, sports complexes we're working on, railroad district improvements, more filming companies coming into our community to provide economic boost, and and we are looking to enhance code enforcement, marketing programs, and outreach beyond attracting tourists and local businesses, youth, film, interaction, and other involvement within the community. So in closing, community development is here for the community. You have questions, you have problems, concerning our department, feel free to contact us and let us know, and also tell us when we're doing a good job. And that's part of the 311 app out there. You can always say thank you to us through that app.
Hello, my name is Maria Gilveri and I'm your Utilities Director. I'm here today to talk about 2020 and 2021, all of our accomplishments and what we have planned for you. In 2020, we all were dealing with COVID. City staff, especially utilities personnel, are essential personnel, so we were here every day to take care of your water, gas, treatment, customer service, or solid waste needs. We appreciate the support that you gave us during this trying time where we may have had to limit our hours or limit our face-to-face contact, but our priority was our customer safety. This year, we have so many things planned to supplement what we did last year. In 2020, we did complete the State Police building renovation, and now we have a beautiful facility to take care of our customers in. This year, we will be working on improving our training for our customer service personnel, as well as payment options for our customers. Our gas division completed several gas line installations last year, and we have a few more planned for this year. Last year, we did Valley and Chavez. This year, we'll be doing a line between Savino and DOT, as well as one between Porter and the P&M tank. In addition, Gas Division will also be improving our regulator stations and also removing the peak shaving plant, which as of the time of this video has already been completed. Another exciting thing for the Gas Division was Michael Lopez was the 2019 Utilities Employee of the Year. Congratulations, Michael. Water distribution worked very hard this year with water line replacements on Pecos, as well as service line repairs and installations around town, and planning and design for some upcoming projects for 2021. This year, we'll be working on North Gonzales, Hot Springs, the Plaza area, and any other areas where we can improve the water system for our customers. Water treatment also performed many tasks this last year, which will roll into some of our projects for this year. Things like we replaced pumps, motors, and mixers at the facility. This year, we'll be working on a SCADA system, which is called Supervisory Data Acquisition System, that will help with us monitoring your water to make sure that we provide you the best water possible. In addition, there will be some track backs replaced and other improvements to the facility. We're excited because we were able to receive $2.3 million in funding from the state, of which approximately 15 to 20% of it will be paid back by the city, and the other approximately 75% of it will be paid for by the state. Improvements for you. Solid Waste Division and Wastewater both acquired some new semis to help with their daily taskings. Wastewater will be working on improving some lift stations, as well as some sewer line replacements throughout town, and a plan for future sewer line replacements on some of our aging lines. Solid Waste completed one project they've been working on for about 10 years, which was the removal of a large green waste pile. They also completed their application for the renewal of their 20-year permit. Public Works this year, as you've seen them around town working on speed humps. Specifically, we're working around parks and areas where kids play to keep our kids safe. This year, they'll be working on numerous road projects. You can see them out there now working on Keene Street, West National. They'll also be working on Mountain View with some improvements that are in planning and design for Dolores, McRae, Crestone Circle, 8th Street, South Pacific, University, and Legion, to only name a few. So with all 8 of my divisions, each one of them is working on so many projects for improvement for our community and to make everybody safe. And again, provide the best quality water, safe gas, and efficient solid waste service. We appreciate you bearing with us when we have had some challenging times, and we look forward to continuing to serve you in 2021. If you have any questions or concerns or ever want to learn about your water system, your wastewater system, what the staff at the Utilities Department do, Please feel free to give me a call. I love talking about this community, the improvements we've made, and what we plan on doing for the next year. Thank you so much to all of my managers and staff. None of this could be done without you. Thank you very much.
To accomplish all of the things that the city has accomplished, we've had to have partners. And there are many, many partners, and I risk not mentioning some, but I want to pay particular tribute to two very important partners. The Main Street of Las Vegas Program Director and to the Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Michael Paranto. I'm the Executive Director of Main Street de Las Vegas. Main Street de Las Vegas is a nonprofit organization that works in community development and economic development. We work with our downtown because if you don't have a healthy downtown, you don't have a healthy town. And we work in partnership with the City of Las Vegas. We're funded through New Mexico Main Street. We have 3 projects right now that we're working on in partnership with the city. The first project is a Great Blocks project. It's a capital outlay, kind of major capital project in the Railroad District. We're renovating 2 blocks of Railroad Avenue and 1 block of Lincoln Street. The second project we're working on, we've been working with the city on for the last 10 years. It's a project called Wayfinding. Wayfinding is a system of signage that gets you around the town. So if you want to get from the train station to the plaza, you have a sign that directs you. That project is going to fabrication sometime in the next 2 months, and the signs will go up this summer. Community voted on the signs, the shape of the signs, and the color of the signs. So it's a community engaged project. And this is the third project that we're doing in partnership with the City of Las Vegas. We're building a community garden at the corner of Douglas and Railroad Avenue. And this is a project where the land was donated by Tom and Tina Clayton. So we're creating a garden. It's funded by the Las Vegas, New Mexico Community Foundation and the First Presbyterian Church of Las Vegas. Those are our initial funders. And we're also creating an art park out here. So we're hoping that you'll come by this summer and visit us and see what we're doing out here. And we want to thank everybody for helping us get this started.
Good morning, Las Vegas. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Philip Martinez. I am the chair of the Las Vegas San Miguel Chamber of Commerce. And you are I'm standing in our lobby at the Welcome Center, the old train station, and the Chamber of Commerce is actually managing the Welcome Center part of this train station for the City of Las Vegas, and we've been collaborating on that, as well as we've been working on a tourism grant for the City of Las Vegas, which we have just about complete. It's actually already been turned in. And so those are just a couple of things that we're working with the city on. And I'm going to get my notes because I have a poor memory. But we've been doing some member solicitation, of course, working on county grants. We're going to start doing grand openings for new businesses here pretty quick. So any new businesses that come to town, we can have a grand opening right here at the train station. We have a weekly radio program every Monday at 1 o'clock, and we interview different businesses and entities throughout the city. So that's a very popular radio program, KNMX, at 1 o'clock Tuesdays. We're planning a golf tournament. It'll be up in Penderrace. That's going to be in September. And we're still continuing with the monthly economic meeting every last Monday of the month at 10 o'clock, and that's very helpful to the community as well. So we're happy to be here, and we're glad to be in the Welcome Center.
Some folks come from Texas to enjoy the mountain air. Some folks come from California because their golf game's pretty fair. Now and then there are even those from some exotic place. I've even met a few with a New Jersey smiling face. But there's one way sure and true to guess their length of stay, 'cause New Mexico means living a chilly sort of way. There's chili on the eggs, chili on the beans, chili on the papas, even chili on the greens. If they cough and sputter, looking like they're darn near killed, be sure in New Mexico their home won't be built. In New Mexico there's mountains. In New Mexico there's plains. In New Mexico there's desert. But no matter what the country, although it may seem strange, chili is the gauge that tests a New Mexico heart tried and true. Just one question remains. Red or green, which are you?